Donald J. Trump, Court of Public Opinion, Friend or Foe? Hi, my name is Andrew. Ronald Gerald Patterson assigned me and my associate, Chloe, to present this event. Donald J. Trump, Court of Public Opinion, Friend or Foe? Chloe, please say hello to our audience.
Hello everyone, thanks for joining this event. We hope it will be a meaningful experience for you when it is finished.
Ronnie has viewed Donald Trump as a friend to humanity. Initially, he did not believe that Trump was a real candidate for the United States presidency. However, as he began to listen to him and watch the mainstream media's response, Ronnie believed his story. Once elected, Donald Trump, against much resistance, made many meaningful moves in favor of the people. But the press storms, impeachments, etc., were relentless, all of the time refueling Ronnie's and millions of others' convictions that Trump was a friend. When Trump lost the second election after receiving nearly 80 million votes, there was great disappointment and confusion about what had happened. This remains to be determined. Recently, a gentleman named Stefan, Rowe, I spell it because he is particular about how it is pronounced, produced a presentation called Reality Alignment, bringing public charges that Donald Trump is not a friend of the people, but a nefarious, plotting foe, who is working with our oppressors to kill off most of humanity. Ronnie checked his intel source and was told that these allegations were not true. Stefan and Ronnie are part of an association called Lifeforce, which has the lofty goals of assisting humanity and the planet to rid itself of certain parasites that have infected us for thousands of years. Because Lifeforce is such an important association, this has presented a quandary for Ronnie. Who does he believe, his own source, or unsubstantiated claims of an associate? To remedy this, Ronnie has decided to fall back on the rules and resolutions of the Lifeforce Association. So, he went back and looked at the document.
Yes, Andrew. First, we have the Resolution of One Accord. It reads: The Resolution of One Accord. An agreement created by the people with the Global Directorate Office. Purpose. The purpose of this document is to create a starting point and a framework for the new reality on Earth, life without the deep state. Over time, this document may need to be updated, but for today this basic framework will allow all of humanity to begin to explore liberty within the context of natural law. Regarding life and nature. All life is sacred, and humanity is responsible for the well-being of all life on the planet. Therefore, natural law applies to all inhabitants of this planet and beyond. This principle is innate within every sentient being. Therefore, all life must be engaged with love, considering the role each of us plays in the overall ecosystem of our planet. Humanity is free and independent from the time of their birth. All rights associated with this freedom are the people's to define. The posterity of the family is the responsibility of the parents, who should provide for, educate and support the natural healthy development of each child until the child is able to do so for himself or herself. The parent has the right to do this in any way they see fit so long as they are not abusive or in violation of the natural laws that govern each community. No one shall be held in slavery. Slavery and the slave trade in all their forms shall be prohibited. No one shall be held in servitude. No child or adult shall be sexually exploited in any way, including all forms of pedophilia. All malicious acts against humanity must stop immediately or be punished according to the law of the land. Earth, food, water, and air are essential components of life on Earth. It is a crime against humanity to alter these core components in any way that negatively affects human vitality. Companies, organizations, government offices, and individuals must conduct regular audits of their operations and cease and desist from any action that negatively impacts life on Earth. The people recognize that there are things that exist that may be invisible, metaphysical, or immeasurable that have tangible value. It is part of the human experience to seek understanding of our origins, powers latent within, and potential. Therefore, people are free to communicate, observe, practice, participate, believe, or create any spiritual, energetic, or religious activity so long as it does not hurt others, incite violence, or violate natural law and the fundamental rights of the people. These rights will be protected without exception. Regarding governance. Note, during this transitional period, from 2021, the Global Directorate Office and the GIA will assist to support the assemblies get established, and investigate issues that they cannot resolve. This will remain in force until such time as the people can self-govern. Assemblies will be recognized in the Hall of Records when at least 27 people, who live within a recognized geographical space, nation, state, province, county, township, city, etc., begin to meet openly and regularly and complete the attached ratification process. Every member of an assembly needs to sign this document as an indication that they will work within the tenets of this new framework. The people must have a voice that represents their genuine interests. Elected officials must be part of the community which they represent. Officials agree by the acceptance of their election that they will conduct their public and private business in an ethical manner. Assemblies can be formed for smaller or larger geographic areas, depending on population and the needs within a state or country. At a minimum, each state, province, district or country should work to develop an assembly and assemblies that represent smaller territories within. All forms of assemblies must have regular meetings that are open to the public. State assembly meetings are open to the public. Assemblies will have a minimum of 9 core activity committees. Officers, Law, and Law Enforcement Committee. Health and Wellness Committee. Nature Preservation and Protection Committee. Needs Assessment Committee. Treasury Committee. Project Management Committee. Family Services Committee. Educational Development Committee. Security Committee. The heads of these committees will serve as members of the National Committee of Safety along with 2 officers from every state. The Assembly must consider the consequences of each action as it applies to individuals, communities and the planet. This consideration must be weighed before any decision, direction, or guidance becomes the law of the land. Public comprehension of accurate information is the cornerstone of a successful government. The elected have an obligation to inform those they represent of the details, purpose, operation, and impact of any law, spending, project, or contribution. There must be a cause of action coupled with informed consent for all government activities. Laws must be written and passed singly, without inclusion of other items. Laws must be written compactly in language understandable to a 10-year-old child. Laws must be enforced, always considering the spirit of the law over the letter of the law. All actions have natural consequences, whether positive or negative. Peace officers are directed by the assemblies. Peace officers are responsible for the safety of the people they are charged to protect. Peace officers are required to uphold the law of the land and must be held to a high standard to restore the integrity of this role. Peace officers are responsible to the people whether on duty or off duty. Peace officers should be respected as the authority representing the laws that keep the people safe. Regarding assembly meetings. The Global Assembly is not a lawmaking body. Global interaction will be used to benefit humanity. Regular meetings will give representatives from any/every assembly the opportunity to pool solutions on a global level and bring ideas back to their local assemblies. Different people can be chosen as representatives to attend the Global Assembly meetings as decided by the body respective to each territory. Global Assembly General Session. A chance to learn about and discuss items with global impact, led by the GIA and GDO. Global Assembly Core Activity Committee Breakout Sessions. A chance to present obstacles, solutions and best practices in a collaborative effort to learn from each other. Regarding media. The integrity of the news-related media must be established and maintained to inform the people. Reporters bear the responsibility of sharing the information they gain access to and are accountable to investigate the validity of their sources. The media should resemble a scientific process. Each story should reflect a pursuit of the evidence behind any theoretical or speculative information. Final conclusions should not be drawn until proof has been gathered. The final report should reflect the thought process, methods of research, and reasons for each conclusion. Evidence gathered that contradicts a published story should be given equal press. If facts show that what has been communicated is false or can be effectively argued another way, the opportunity should be given to present the people with that information. Regarding individual responsibility and honor. The people are henceforth sovereign entities, responsible to self-govern and work peacefully towards common goals that protect the individual, humanity, the planet, and all life on Earth. There are key attributes inborn and necessary for humanity to thrive. Certain qualities included but not limited to are trust, truth, honor, integrity, selflessness, love, cooperation, consent, humility, forgiveness, compassion, valor, appreciation, understanding. Stewardship, protection of family, protection of innocence, freedom from offense, creativity. Unique perspectives on purpose, meaning, values and priorities are natural components of being human. Although these differences have been used in the past to divide us, we will endeavor to honor our differences, while identifying common ground that draws us together.
Chloe, may I state that these are key areas of the resolution to consider in this matter. Regarding governance, public comprehension of accurate information is the cornerstone of a successful government. Regarding media, the integrity of the news-related media must be established and maintained to inform the people. Reporters bear the responsibility of sharing the information they gain access to and are accountable to investigate the validity of their sources. The media should resemble a scientific process. Each story should reflect a pursuit of the evidence behind any theoretical or speculative information. Final conclusions should not be drawn until proof has been gathered. The final report should reflect the thought process, methods of research, and reasons for each conclusion. Evidence gathered that contradicts a published story should be given equal press. If facts show that what has been communicated is false, or can be effectively argued another way, the opportunity should be given to present the people with that information. Regarding individual responsibility and honor, unique perspectives on purpose, meaning, values, and priorities are natural components of being human. Although these differences have been used in the past to divide us, we will endeavor to honor our differences, while identifying common ground that draws us together. Thank you, Chloe. Now I have another document that may be relevant. Approved grievance procedure.
Yes, Andrew, it reads. Approved grievance procedure. Grievances must be submitted in writing to the appropriate party with specific claims, dates, and supporting evidence. Every attempt should be made by the accuser and the accused to resolve the issue within their assembly according to their due process before it is submitted formally to the PGSD, GIA or a national assembly. If the issue is elevated beyond the local assembly, the accused must be given notice that a claim has been made against them with full transparency about the supporting evidence, specific accusations, damage done by the alleged actions, and proposed resolution. Both parties must be given the fair opportunity to present their case, including testimony, recordings, emails, text messages, and any pertinent documentation that helps prove or disprove the accusations. Hard evidence will be considered irrefutable. Contradictory testimonies will be considered hearsay and not factored into any final decisions. In the case of a non-criminal accusation, an unbiased mediator whom both parties agree to utilize will review the evidence presented, and compare against the allegations to conclude if the accused has committed the acts of which he or she has been accused. A resolution will be proposed, based on the evidence, and a vote will be cast by the members of the assembly to support or deny said proposal. If the accusations are of a criminal nature, then a proper grand jury should be formed to investigate the accusations, discuss the irrefutable evidence privately, and present their findings with a resolution to the Assembly when their investigation is complete. It is the responsibility of each Assembly to establish protocols and procedures implementing this grievance policy in compliance with the resolution of one accord and to respect and recognize the rights of all parties.
Thank you, Chloe. These procedures are created for Assembly operations, however, Ronnie feels they should apply to all levels of human life operations. The resolution and grievance procedures should have been considered before public accusations against Donald Trump were made. Instead, Ronnie is publicly requesting that the evidence obtained be presented to the public to resolve the potential confusion among the 80 million people who voted for Donald J. Trump. In the description, you will find a link to a poll, where you can express your opinion. Also, you will find more links to LifeForce information. Thank you for attending this event.
Andrew, it has been a pleasure. Thank you for attending, and remember to take the poll to express your opinion. Bye.